Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So obviously if you can't tell, we are back on my phone. Yes, I explained it when I first made a video with the Canon camera that I wasn't gonna have it for a long time because I rented it from a cool non-profit tech company that I go to and just borrowed it for a little while, and I recorded a bunch of videos. So you're going to see a lot of videos that are phone quality and with the camera quality because I pre-recorded a lot of stuff. It's just this is new and this is the time when I don't have the camera. I'm working on getting one soon, so yeah, hopefully in the future I can have some good quality. So obviously if you didn't see the title wherever you're watching this from, the title anywhere, this is a review for It Chapter 2. If you guys don't know, it was my most anticipated film. Like, I followed production since early last year because I loved the first one. I read the book and I was just super excited for whatever they were gonna bring for the next one. So this is my review for the film. So I went to go see it in IMAX. So let me just talk about it in IMAX. IMAX theater I went to, I wouldn't say it was really good, honestly. Like, it didn't feel like an IMAX film. Like, the sound was amazing. I think, like, literally, like, that the only specialty for that IMAX theater was the sound, because the sound was amazing. But, like, in terms of, like, quality, it wasn't that good. Like, the screen wasn't huge, like they say IMAX screens are. Like, it wasn't big. Like, I went to go see Star Wars The Force Awakens in a dome IMAX theater, and that was awesome. That was an experience. But this one was just like a regular screen and stuff, but it wasn't good. Honestly, I would have been fine. It probably would have been a better quality if I went to my local cinema. I don't know. I'm planning on seeing it again in my local cinema anyways. It's just, the sound was great. Like, I heard everything. The sound was amazing. So that's that. So in terms of IMAX, sound was amazing. I do want to see it in Dolby though. I heard Dolby's really good, but I haven't seen a movie in Dolby yet. So there's that. But yeah, it was my most anticipated film. I was really into production when it was announced. I said that. Like, I followed the castings, like who was getting cast. Like, I was like, oh, like Jessica Chastain was the first one, and I was like, oh, cool. She, like, Sophia Lillis, she wanted her as Beverly, and I was like, that's perfect. They got it. They got her. And then James McAvoy and Bill Hader were in talks, and I was like, yes, Bill Hader needs to get the role because he's amazing. I imagined him when I read the book as older Richie, and I'm just super glad that his casting happened. And then I think James Ransone was next for Eddie Kaspbrak, but I had no idea who he was, and you guys should know this at this point. But yes, I watched 12 of his films in the span of 5 months, just because I was like, I need to know this actor because I love Eddie, and you know, it's just better, like, well, for me, if I like have this like relationship with the actor, like in terms of their on-screen roles. And then I think Andy Bean was cast, and then Jay Ryan was cast as Stanley and Ben, and you know, like, everyone just started rolling in. And then Isaiah, I was super excited for him because he was in Shadowhunters, and I love that show, and I was so sad that it got canceled. So when he got cast, I was like, okay, good. He has another film, and he has another thing in his pocket. When casting came out, I was like, okay, cool. Everyone looks like their younger counterparts. That was the most important thing, and that was it. And I just think the casting is amazing. The casting director, I think his name is Rich Delta. I could be wrong. Fact check me on that. But yeah, they just did a great job with finding like the actors, like who they needed, and you know, like getting like A-listers like Jessica Chastain, James McAvoy, and Bill Hader, but then also getting a lot of unknowns. Well, unknowns to me. I mean, you guys might know some of them, but I didn't. I personally didn't know who Andy Bean, Jay Ryan, James Ransone were. So that's cool that we have like unknowns, and then we also have like A-listers. So it's like, it's just a group of all these actors in one, and I just thought that was really cool. The directing was really nice. So Andy Muschietti, he was the director. He came back to direct the second one because he directed the first one, and he also, I think, co-wrote it with the screenwriter. His name is, I forgot, something Doberman. I know that. I'm so sorry. I can't check because my computer's off. But yeah, so they wrote it, Andy directed it, and I just thought the directing was great. He knew exactly what he wanted. He made sure that all the counterparts like looked and acted like their younger counterparts, which I thought was amazing. Like, that's perfect. Like, literally, it was just so yeah. And I'm sorry from looking down and up. I have like a whole sticky notes because I actually wrote a review on Letterboxd. I'll link it down below if you guys want to see it. But I also want to do a video review for you guys too because it was asked. And of course I have to review it. I mean, come on. I love this film. In terms of an adaptation, what it gets right, it gets right. So I would say it was more accurate to the book in this one than in the first one. Like what it got right from the book, it got like amazing. But then there was also a lot of new stuff and new material because, you know, it doesn't take place in the 80s, it takes place in 2016. So then I had to adapt to that. And then also, you know, there's the actors who can do their own things and stuff. So yeah, the new stuff is really good. I actually really like the new stuff. I'm just going down the list. This is going to be a messy review, so please bear with me. But yeah, it was really good as an adaptation. I think all the actors were great. I think I'm just gonna go down on the list that I have. So I wrote Isaiah first. So Isaiah, like, outshone in the Chinese restaurant scene, like his speech to the Losers Club when he's telling them like oh, it's back and everything. He did a fantastic job at doing that. Like, I just thought it was great. James Ransone was really great, like, throughout the film. Like, he was, like, the star to me. Like, he was just freaking amazing throughout the whole film. But he really outshone in, like, the third half of the film. Like, for me, like, just his whole performance in the third half, I was like, oh my god, like, he's awesome. Like, yes, like, it's great. It was great. Jay Ryan was so amazing. He was so good at portraying Ben's, like, soft and sad side because, you know, he's still in love with Beverly and he's just trying to, like, get her to realize that he loves her and he's the one who wrote the poem. And yeah, he's just it's sad. It's so sad. I'm sorry. I'm just remembering a flashback. I won't spoil it, but there's a flashback with young Ben, and like when I saw it, like, it literally broke my heart. Like, I was like, I don't want to watch this. What? I don't want to be seeing this right now. And it was sad. And Jessica Chastain was amazing in the first act. Oh yeah, so Jay was like, he was great in the movie, but whenever he was paired up with Jessica, like when they had scenes together, that's where he outshone. Like, it's great whenever they had a scene together. So yeah, I just want to say that they worked really well together, and I think that's so great because, you know, obviously Ben and Beverly are a pair. And then Jessica Chastain was amazing in the first act of the film, like, you know, showcasing, because in the first one, Beverly goes into the deadlights and obviously she, like, sees the whole thing go down, and so it's like, ooh, she knows things, like, she knows everything that's gonna happen, or yeah, gonna happen to them, and blah blah blah. So I just thought that was really cool. Like, she portrayed that perfectly in the first act, and yeah, she was really good. And then there was a sequence towards the end of the film that she was in, and it was awesome. Like, I will literally say it was super super cool. Like, wow, I cannot believe it. It was so great. And then Bill Hader as Richie Tozer, he was literally the best. Like, besides James Ransone, he was like the second best. He was hilarious. He was really good at making, like, the audience laugh. Like, his comedic timings were great. He made me cry. He made me laugh. He made me cry. He just made me feel good. And then he also made me feel creeped out because, you know, it's a horror film and all that stuff. So he was amazing. And I will say his Richie Tozer haircut is his best haircut, and I will fight anyone who thinks otherwise because it's amazing. Like, his whole look for it, Chapter 2 was amazing, and he should grow out his hair more. And that's that. And then James McAvoy was really amazing in the second half of the movie. So there's a plot point with Bill Denbrough that you're like, oh my god, like, is this gonna happen? Like, is, like, Pennywise gonna do this thing or whatever? And then it's just the whole time, like, how he portrays, like, what Bill went through as a kid. Like, you know, he lost his brother, like, this clown is terrorizing him, and he was just really good at channeling all of that. Like, he was amazing in the second half, like, amazing. I really liked it. It was a really good movie. I like every sequence in the movie. Like, it was amazing. Like, at times, like, once a sequence started, like, it's like you transported into that world, and I just thought it was really great. And yeah, I would say the only problem is that I felt like it's a 2-hour and 45-minute movie, but I felt like at times it kept rushing. Like, each loser's introduction scene, I felt like some of them were like 1 minute, and then some of them were like 3 minutes, and then yeah, it was just really short at times. And I don't know, like, come on, like, I love their introductions. Like, I like how it showcases so much in a little amount of time, but in the movie it didn't do that. Like, in the movie, it wasn't successful at doing that. I mean, I need to see it again. It'll probably grow on me, but when I was watching it in the moment, I was like, okay, they're just rushing through everyone's intro. Like, no, come on. Like, let's get to know these older losers better. And then the other one I had is that a lot of people were saying that it was super scary. They're like, oh, it's, like, very scarier than the first movie. And I was, like, prepared to be, like, shitting my pants in the theaters, but nothing was really scary. I mean, at times, like, I was like, oh my god. Like, at times, like, the jump scares were really good. So, and yeah, the jump scares were really good, but I don't think it was that scary. Like, I mean, it doesn't have to be, because personally, I don't like this movie because it's a horror film. I like it because it's literally everything else other than a horror film. So, I mean, it's not that I'm disappointed that it's not scary. I'm just, like, given false, like, words from other people, but it's my fault because I watched reviews. I don't do that. It's funny that I don't really take people's words as reviews. Yeah, I'm doing one right now, but, you know, whatever. And then I realized, this is not really a spoiler, I mean, maybe, but there wasn't a lot of Pennywise. I was like, oh, this is the last film, like, there's not going to be anything else, like, there should be a lot of Pennywise. I thought we were going to hear a lot about his backstory, how he came here. It touched through it a little bit, but it wasn't really, like, anything too crazy. Like, I was like, ooh, what if we see this, or this, or this, or this, but there wasn't much. I mean, that's fine. I kind of like that Pennywise is a bit of a, ooh, like, where did he come from? Like, it's creepy, you know, because it's like, he's an entity from outer space. It explains it in the book. And so, like, keeping, like, the surprise, it's like keeping that, like, unknown to audiences. I think it's really cool, though, because then it's like, how do we defeat it? I don't know, because he's not a human, right? But, yeah. So there was, like, a lot of problems, or people had a lot of problems with the last act, which I don't get. A lot of people just didn't like it because of the way it was handled, or, like, this, and this, but they just see the surface. They have to go deeper into it, and I didn't like it either. When I saw it, I was like, wait, this is weird, like, what's going on? Like, I think I literally at one point started laughing because I was like, ha, what? Then I woke up in the morning, and then I was just thinking about it, and I was like, oh, that's what it means. And I won't spoil it for you if you guys haven't seen it, but just think about it more in terms of the losers, like what they're doing for their younger selves, and like what they're overcoming in the moment. Like, it's not just they're doing this and then that happens. It's like, it's more of they're doing this to bring themselves up. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but it does to me. So, yeah. And that's all I've got. Like, I don't understand why people don't like the last act. It's just because that's what I'm saying, is that people just see the surface of it and then they start to judge, but you have to go deeper into that. Come on, take an English class, you guys. But yeah, that's all I have for this. I'll probably do a spoiler review in the future if you guys want me to go deep down into spoilers. Like, I will literally talk about every character and all their flaws, all the things I love, but that's basically it. Like, yeah. My Letterboxd review is a spoiler review. I go more into detail about it, so if you guys want to read it, the link is down below. I will say the cameos were really cool. I love the sequences, like I said. All the actors were amazing as their roles. They all had their time to shine, wherever that was in the film. And, yeah, did you guys like the film? This was, like, my most anticipated film. I need to see it, like, at least one more time to get, like, my full, like, thing. But for right now, I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm so happy I finally got to see it. Yeah, what are you guys' thoughts? Do you like it? What did you guys, like, who was your favorite actor? I will say James Ransone and Jay Ryan, they did amazing, and I love their performances. So yeah, who did you guys like? What was your favorite part, if you had one? But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. And if you guys want a spoiler review, let me know down below. Or like the video. That's how you guys will let me know that I will do a spoiler review. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.